We are entering a seasonal threshold. This is not a lesson. It is not an instruction. It is an act of attention. Wherever you are, arrive there fully. Let the noise settle. Let the body land. You do not need to believe anything. You do not need to agree. You only need to listen long enough for the season to recognize you. Now let us begin. This is the first full moon of the year. The moon is not new. It has been gathering light beneath the surface, silent as breath before release. In the early hours of January 3rd, it is full in Cancer, the moon at home in itself. Not appeasing or performing, it governs the tides of feeling, shelter, and belonging. The sun opposes it from Capricorn, form against feeling, structure against softness and vulnerability. Where the sun builds walls, the moon dissolves them. This is a night that does not ask you to be clear, only to notice. I should be clear and say that this early morning does not ask you to be clear, only to notice. The moon becomes full around 5 in the morning. Under this moon, what has been tucked away, out of sight, out of danger, comes to the surface. Not all of it will be pretty, not all of it will be familiar, but it all carries information. Cancer's realm is the inner life, your body's responses, your instinctive loyalties, your oldest attachments. This moon illuminates, not in a superficial clarity, but in the way water reflects what is underneath it. Um, it's huge silences, pregnant silences, you can say, because there's always something within them. Old strains of belonging, the architecture of your shelter and its shadows. Home. This is not a mind's moon. This is not a thinking moon. This is a feeling moon. With the sun in Capricorn, the pull is between what feels real and what can be named as real. Capricorn builds, Capricorn shapes its world with intention. Cancer knows something deeper. Nothing can be held without feeling it first. This moon will ask you, where are you grounding your emotional life in duty? Where are you grounding it in tenderness? Where have you mistaken endurance for intimacy? This moon is not about answers, it is about exposure. Look for old attachments that still tighten in your chest. Look for places where protection has become armor. Look for patterns of care you may mistake for self-sacrifice. Look for tenderness that you have not yet named. This moon calls you not to control your emotions, but to acknowledge the path they have placed you on. Home isn't always the house you live in. Home is the feeling that wakes you before speech, the bodies you soften for, the stories your flesh returns to without permission. Do not make resolutions tonight. Do not consult charts for perfection. Let the moon meet you where you already are. Sit with your breath. Notice it before you name it. Ask yourself, not loudly, but steadily, where in me has vulnerability been mistaken for weakness? Where has protection hardened into distance? Do not rush forward towards resolution. Let the question sit. Breathe with it. Let the moon reflect what is already in motion. Cancer is water, not rushing streams, but deep pools, tidal edges, hidden currents. If there is a water you carry in yourself, in your body, your memory, in your dreams, invite it forward. Not for release necessarily, but for relationship to it. This is not about letting go. This is about meeting what you have held with your full attention. The moon does not demand that you be clear. It just demands that you show up. It demands presence. Under this moon, you do not tidy your inner world, you see it. This is not a moon for conclusions. This is a moon for illumination. It amplifies what you already feel, not what you think you should. There is no need to push, fix, or suppress, just witness. What has been said does not ask to be held tightly. Let it move at its own pace. Carry only what stays with you without effort. This work does not end here. It continues in your choices, in your timing, and in what you tend when no one is watching. The season will meet you again when it is time. Until then, remain with what endures.